What's up, kid? Customer called, said his breaker was smoking. Can I give it the old sniff test? I said, can I ever? She don't smell right, all right? Let's go ahead and see what happened here. He said he flipped it on and it started humming, making all sorts of funny noises and smoking. So I rang out the wires and I got a dead short from hot to ground, which those aren't supposed to be touching. Now this is just a couple lights in the basement, so I pull the first two switches apart and everything looks good, so I put them back together. And then I reached this box. I see a little burn mark on the neutral, so I figured I'd dig a little bit. Nothing like digging a little bit, you know what I mean, kid? I love that. And what do you know, we got some melted wires here. Something surged big time in this box, and that's where it hit right there. Boom! Yep, she blew up. So what caused this to surge? It's the feed coming from the panel, and it's going to the feed of one switch, but it's not melted coming out of that switch. So did the breaker cause the surge? Or was it the nor'easter last week when his lights flickered? But why would it just be this one circuit? See, I don't know everything, but I do know this shit was getting hot, and we gotta replace it. We're not gonna replace it tonight, but we addressed the issue. We capped it off in the switch, put it back together, we taped it off in the panel. I mean, look how hot this thing got. It melted straight out of the insulation and started dripping down. That's hot. So I came up with a game plan. We're gonna run a new wire over to that switch box because it's the feed that's damaged. It's the only wire damaged. Look at the drips down this wire. It's the only wire damaged in this panel. I checked them all. And it's the only wire damaged going to that switch. So to me, that's the only wire that needs to be replaced. When I cut my holes, I'll inspect the white insulation to make sure it didn't get hot enough in the wall to damage anything else. But from the looks of it, it looks like it just surged on that one feed wire. And I'm guessing it's gonna be that arc fault that did it. So I put a new arc fault in, ready to go. I cleaned everything up. I gave him a price on what it would take to run the new wire. We're also gonna put a full house surge protector in the panel to try to avoid something like this in the future. I'm gonna cut a couple holes here and there and run a wire back to the panel, snake it down, and button it up. So come back for part 2. If you're gonna be waiting for it, I'll be doing it next Thursday. This is where the new surge protector is gonna go. And we're gonna go ahead and slap and bang and wrap this one up, kid. Pull off the tools and head home for the night. It's getting late. I think it's 8:17 on the dot. Family's waiting, kid. Pull that gun off my hip, put it back in the holster, and head home. And there it is, 8:17 on the dot.